morning, Sunrisers. I'm Dr. Karen Emerson, owner of Emerson Animal Hospital here in West Point, Mississippi, and we have got a wonderful surprise today. This is Boss. He is a 4-year-old German Shepherd that has been with the U.S. military bomb unit in Afghanistan. This is his handler, Mr. Richard Dye, and this is Mr. Jeff Edmondson from the Lowndes County Police Department that's going to be taking over the care of Boss while he goes back to Afghanistan. Now, Boss has a condition known as something called pannus, where it is actually a layer of his eye has been damaged by UV radiation and ultraviolet light. But this is actually a condition that it's an immune response that some German Shepherds have when their body has an immune response to the layer of the eye, and it causes these lesions. Here on this board here you can see this is a picture of a German Shepherd with the beginning stages of pannus, and this is actually what Boss looked like when they finally noticed it over there while he was working in Afghanistan. And they started immunosuppressive therapy, and it started clearing up. And there's really not a surgical treatment for this disease. You really just have to manage it with immunosuppressive drugs. And Boss will be one of those candidates where he has to wear something called rec specs when he's out working or outdoors and exposed to any type of UV light. But I wanted you guys to meet Mr. Dye, and he's just going to tell you a little bit about what he does and how important a dog like Boss is to the U.S. military.
So, Boss was trained in the U.S. To meet a certain standard for about 10 weeks. He was shipped over to us. We put him through another 6 weeks worth of training and then placed him with an Afghan handler. And the Afghan handler had to go through an additional course to learn how to work Boss. But these dogs work for presidential security, all the high dignitaries of Afghanistan, and protect them, and also protect the U.S. interests over in Afghanistan. We noticed he had worked there for about 2 years, and I noticed that his eyes were having an issue, and we had to start the procedure to get him home. And luckily, through donations and everything else, we were able to get him home, place him with the Lowndes County Sheriff's Department, and the staff here has tremendously helped us out with his care and just to keep him where he needs to be.
So he will have to be on these immunosuppressive drops in his eyes for the rest of his life. And according to Dr. Miller, who is an ophthalmologist here in Mississippi, consulting with me, said that the rec spec should help his eyes from any further damage. So if you have a dog at home, or you have a dog that you're training and you notice any type of issues with the eye, go ahead and bring them to your veterinarian immediately to get treated. And this is something, if you are interested or going to get into working with these dogs, the rec specs is a good way to go ahead and get them used to it when they're a puppy, and it's something that the ophthalmologist recommends for them to wear lifelong while they are working out in UV radiation, especially in desert environments.